Yeah, hello, this is Unlucky Train 2.0, and here we are with another How Customs Came to Be. How long has it been since episode 2 again? Can't believe it's been that long. I'm gonna need to sit outside for a moment. So that was an awkward moment. So basically, today's customs into making is actually a very special one. And y'all believe him to be the first engine to go 100 miles per hour, even though I personally believe it's City of Churro. It's the Flying Scotsman, baby. This guy isn't my favorite custom, but I say he's one of the most unique custom. Because this is like my third or fourth custom engine that involves, this is like my third or fourth custom engine that's a tender engine. I haven't done one in like a long time. So, yeah. Yeah, so anyways, important things about this video. Let's get started on me explaining how I made this guy and how he came to be. The inspiration on me making this guy is actually a pretty funny story. Because one day I was sitting down and I was looking at Train Media's 19 video on how he made his Flying Scotsman. And I told myself, and I actually down on the project for a while now because I wasn't that interested in making this guy over here, of course. But then later on, my passion OCD, I guess you could probably got the best of me, so I got started on making the guy. And yeah, so I guess you say the inspiration was from Train Mania's 19 Flying Scotsman, that or a random photo of custom Flying Scotsman. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Anyway, on to how it's actually. So what I did was go on my eBay, bought this exact broken Gordon and 2 Spencer tenders, and waited for it to arrive. After the broken Gordon arrived, I got started on cutting the wire off the tender since the tender was broken and painted it green. And soon enough, 1 Spencer tender came in the mail, and that's where I ran into some issues because I used a completely different green by accident. Because I'm gonna get this clear, I was doing the project at like 3 a.m. in the morning, so yeah, you could tell I didn't have any sleep. So I painted it in the wrong green by accident, and I got started on repainting it. Yeah. So after repainting the tender in the right shade of green, I got started on cutting up the face, printing out a Railway Series Flying Scotsman face because I despise the CGI face, and I took some funny photos while making the thing. See? Also, funny story about the second Spencer tender. I did not get started on that until like 2 months, and like after 2 months, because let's just say it took it a whole month for it to get there, and during the second month, I used a cargo van to make the second tender. Hold on, I think I still have it. Let me show it. Yeah, here's the old second tender. Yeah, so after a while, I did not like how this looked, and that's when I decided to use the second Spencer tender that arrived like a month after, and then got started on customizing this. Why didn't I not write a script? Yeah, so I did the exact same process I did with this tender, but I got my sanding tool. Man, the green caterpillar is okay. Anyways, like I was saying, I used my sanding tool and sand this area down as good as I can, and use a piece of paper to cover the coal part. And if I'm being real with you, I prefer this over the old second tender because first of all, this looks very, very ugly, and up to a close view, hold on. Up to a close view, you could kind of tell, like, yeah. And I did not like it, so I gotta say, upgrading it with the second Spencer tender that I have is pretty much worth it. Anyways, fun fact, I cut off the square buffers and gave it a circle buffers because, how should I put this? I don't know, because I did not like how the square buffers looked, and because I tried to make it Road Series mixed with a little bit of CGI accuratization. And if you're wondering how I got the firebox size, I used paper. I used paper to make the firebox larger. And I gotta say, I say my Flying Scotsman looks pretty good. Not my favorite, but hey, it's something better than nothing. Now the color grade I use for this is between these two. I honestly couldn't tell the difference because of my bad lighting, but I believe it was this green that I used. Yeah, I think it was that green. And for this part of the tender, I use Noir Black Matte Paint, and while for this side, I use a different color paint because you can tell this ain't matte, while this one is. But oh yeah, and I use a little bit of putty to make the dome pretty much accurate to the Railway Series and its real-life model. The nameplate is without a doubt the hardest part that I did with this custom model. If anybody say this isn't the hardest part, give me your method. I think you know what I used for this part of the model, so you know what I used. But other than that, that's how Customs came to be episode 3. And I gotta say, I'm pretty sure my family made the best idea for this to be the next Customs, how Customs came to be episode 3 model. And that's the Flying Scotsman. So long, you overrated real-life train.